She won a bronze medal in the World Championships in this particular event. At age 22, she's 5 years older than any other young woman in this competition.
And one of the most respected gymnasts in the world.
Oops,
double pike, that's a bad start for sure. 5/10 of a point off there.
She's the last competitor in this championship.
Once again, the music is Swan Lake. Perfect music for Kathy. Round off flip-flop, right into a double twist, done so easily. She makes it look like there's nothing to it. Something about Kathy that I've noticed in this competition, she's a very giving person, and when Lucy Collins was having problems, Kathy was the first one over there, and she really is just a wonderful, wonderful person, I think. And a tough competitor to go as long as she has. Okay, last tumbling one, round off back handspring into a double twist. And something has happened to her music.
Well,
very unusual. She keeps on going.
For a moment, reminiscent of Rodnina and Zaitsev in the World Figure Skating Championship some years ago when they did almost their whole performance without music and won the championship. But her music came back rather quickly. Kathy Johnson of Stone Mountain, Georgia, in 5th place. Normally, you would expect her to be higher than that in this qualifying for the World Championship. But as we saw, if you were with us earlier, she had a bad break on the beam. Got a mark of only 8.9. That dropped her down. And that was not her best performance on the floor either.
Well, this was really unfortunate for Kathy, but I tell you, she really got high in the air and looked like she just opened up on her pike a little bit early. She gets a good arm lift here, takes it up nice and high, pulls it around, and lets go just a little early right there, and puts her hands down.
Okay, Kathy Johnson, now the last tumbling run.
The last tumbling run is a double twist, and at this point, she knows she's on the team. All she has to do is get into the twist, land it, and finish up her routine.
Now, this seems to have been a very draining day on most of these performers here, Kathy. I noticed when we first came out today, 3 hours before the competition, as we look at Kathy, seems a little disappointed. They were out here warming up. It's very hot in this arena. It's 85 degrees outside. I think maybe someone just wore themselves out ahead of time?
Jim, that happens time and time again. That you get out there and you get so nervous that you want to warm up and make sure you have each move down perfectly. And you tend to over-warm up. And when it comes to that last event and that last move, it's very difficult to maintain the endurance.
Well, as I said, it's not only 85 degrees outside, but there are lights inside here, including some of our additional television lights. It was a pretty tough situation. Maybe next time they won't warm up quite as much. Anyway, there's Kathy Johnson. Pretty sure she made the team. We're pending her mark, however, so we'll be back and find out how it all turned out. The Pacific. And Kathy Johnson of Stone Mountain, Georgia, as we're filling in for those of you who may have just joined us, is about to have her second shot at the floor exercise because the first time the music got fouled up. The judges said, well, that wasn't a fair chance for you, so you may do it again.
And what a warm reception she's getting. This has been a great crowd. Very supportive of every gymnast out there.
Well, she's going to really have to get tough here, I tell you. Back-to-back routines are difficult.
Especially when they're the last routine of the competition.
And that they're floor exercise.
Okay, let's see if she can pull this double pike out. Oh!
Nope.
Another break
out
on it.
Of the ring. And that'll cost her a full half point. That's the worst break that she had before.
Well, she overcompensated that time. She was a little under rotation, and there she over-rotated.
It looked like she might have stepped out again.
Sure did. And she did, according to the judge, with the yellow flag. Maybe she can say, I want to go back and keep the old routine.
Yeah. But how much is the exhaustion factor on the floor exercise? She must be pretty tired, isn't she?
Oh, Jim, it's like running the 440 back-to-back. It's very, very difficult. And although her first tumbling run was very high, it's going to come on the last tumbling run.
Yeah, I'm sure she thought about that in the first tumbling run. You know, I'm tired. I've really got to go for it. And she really pulled that double pike around.
Here it comes. Maybe she can rest her for just a second.
But also, she is a really tough competitor. She knows she has to get going here. Double twist, a little short.
Right here, she really, I think, feels like the dying swan.
Yeah.
What a competitor, though.
Okay, Kathy Johnson putting them back to back on the floor exercise.